Hey there, everybody! Do you love to travel and learn about new places? Great, then you are in the right place. Join Jasmine the cat and Gracie the tortoise as they have fun traveling the beautiful United States and learning lots of cool new facts.
Hello, friends. It's Jasmine, the jazzy gray cat, here with my bestie Gracie, the super smart tortoise. Say hi, Gracie.
Greetings, my good friends. Gracie here. Today we're exploring Switzerland. Switzerland is a small mountainous country in Central Europe. Switzerland is surrounded by France, Italy, Austria, Germany, and Liechtenstein. As a matter of fact, it's about the same size as the state of New Jersey and about the same size as the Netherlands, where we just were.
Cool facts. I know that the biggest city is Zurich and the capital is Bern. The Swiss flag is really unusual. It's red with a white cross on it. But what makes it really unique is that it's square. Most flags are rectangles, but I like it. Although I can use my euros to buy stuff, the Swiss also use money called Swiss francs. People in Switzerland speak lots of different languages, including Swiss, German, French, and Italian. I hope they speak English, too.
Don't worry, they do, Jasmine. When people think of Switzerland, they think of the mountains, the Swiss Alps. The most famous of these mountains is the Matterhorn, but the highest one is the Dufourspitze.
Lots of animals like to live in the Alps. Hikers look for ibex, which is a kind of mountain goat, or camis, which is another goat-like animal, and marmots. A marmot is related to a groundhog. If they get scared, they whistle and hide. I'd like to hear that. The forests are where the deer, rabbit, foxes, badgers, squirrels, and lots of birds like to live.
Those are great animals, but let's not forget the famous St. Bernard dogs. These brave dogs have helped travelers in the Alps for centuries. They were first used in the 1700s by monks to help people cross the mountains. The St. Bernards have an excellent sense of direction, even in the fog or a blizzard. Using their amazing sense of smell, these large dogs can even find people buried in the snow. They have saved over 2,000 people.
Well, you know I don't like saying that dogs are great, but even I have to admit they're pretty cool. They are so strong. St. Bernards have reddish-brown and white fur. They have a big head, floppy ears, and a long bushy tail. Since they are at least 25 inches tall, I could walk right under one. But I don't want one to sit on me because they can weigh up to 200 pounds. Even though they're pretty okay dogs, we're not getting one. St. Bernards eat a lot, and they drool a lot. Yuck.
I know dogs aren't your favorites, Jasmine, but I'm glad that you can see how helpful St. Bernards can be. Here's a book I know that you'll like reading. This famous story about the Alps, titled Heidi, was written in 1881 by Johanna Spyri. It tells of the adventures of a little girl who lived with her grandfather way up in the mountains.
That sounds like a great story. I think it would be fun to live in a little house in the mountains. Ooh, here we are in Bern. The word Bern is German for the word bears, and there are real bears that live in this city. We must see them.
I knew you would want to see the bears, Jasmine, but let's start here at the old city gate. Do you see the clock in the tower?
I do. Is it a special clock like the one in Munich?
Yes, this clock tower is an astronomical clock and was built as the city's main clock in 1530.
Wait a minute. What's an astronomical clock?
That's easy to explain. An astronomical clock has special dials to show the positions of the sun, moon, planets, and stars. See the dials above the door?
I see them. Neato. But it's almost time for the clock show. It happens right before the new hour. First comes the rooster, crowing to let us know that the show is starting. Look, bears are dancing, and the jester is being silly by trying to ring the bells too soon. Ooh, the chimes let us know that the hour is coming. Look, Cronus, the god of time, is turning over the hourglass, and that golden man is gonging the hour with Cronus's scepter. I liked it. Did you, Gracie?
Yes, I did. It's not surprising to find such a beautiful clock in a country well known for making clocks and watches.
A watch would make a great souvenir. Now, on to the bear park. There have been real bears in Bern since 1857. The bears used to live in a big concrete pit, but now they have their own park. I bet they like the park a lot better.
I'm sure they do. The bear park is a much larger area with lots of trees for the bears to explore along the banks of the Ara River, which goes around the old city of Bern.
I see one. It's a brown bear, and he's rooting around in some trees that have fallen over. I bet he's looking for some honey.
As we're leaving Bern, we're passing by the Merzilli, Bern's famous swimming pool. It's by the banks of the Ara River.
I see it. I also see some kids swimming in the river right next to the pool. The river water is a really lovely blue color because it's melted alpine water from the Alps. It's fun to swim in, but it's also very cold. Not for me, Gracie.
Not for me either. I prefer my water warmer. Are you ready? We're off to the city of Lucerne to see the Chapel Bridge, the oldest wooden footbridge in Europe. It's over the Reuss River and connects the old and new parts of Lucerne. It's 675 feet long, and when it was built, paintings were hung under the roof of the bridge for people to look at as they crossed over.
Let's walk across it, Gracie. I like the paintings, but there aren't very many, and some of them look a little burned around the edges.
Here's why. The wooden bridge was built in 1333, but it burned in 1993. It was rebuilt, but some of the paintings were destroyed. The ones that survived were rehung, but some were a little burned around the edges, as you noticed, Jasmine.
Look at this cute tower. It was built right in the water. The tower has 8 sides, which makes it an octagon.
The tower was here even before the bridge and has had many jobs. When the bridge was being built, it was used as a lookout tower. It has also been a prison and used for storage. Unfortunately, we can't go inside.
That's okay. I like seeing such a fun building. Time to go see the Matterhorn. It's the 10th tallest mountain in the Swiss Alps at 4,478 feet high. To see it, we need to go to the border of Switzerland and Italy. The word Matterhorn means peak in the meadow, and it really is a big peak in the meadow.
That's right. Notice how the Matterhorn looks like a pyramid and has 4 faces or sides. The sides of the mountain each face in the 4 directions of north, south, east, and west. In 1865, 7 men were the first to ever reach the top. Unfortunately, only 3 of them made it back down safely. The other 4 fell to their death.
Oh, that is super sad, Gracie. The first woman to reach the top was Lucy Walker in 1871. She actually made the climb wearing long skirts. Amazing. Now about 3,000 people climb it every year. I can't wait to see it.
Me either. We'll go to the town of Zermatt, which is at the bottom of the mountain. This alpine village looks like it was from a fairy tale and is a great place to enjoy all kinds of snowy adventures like skiing, ice skating, and snowboarding. And of course, fantastic views of the Matterhorn.
All those sports sound like fun, but how about we ride on the Gornergrat train up the Gornergrat Mountain for a stellar view of the Matterhorn?
Wonderful idea. As we ride up the mountain, look how the trees become fewer and fewer and the land is just grassy.
I see that, Gracie, but why am I yawning so much? I'm not sleepy.
You're yawning because we're going up higher in altitude and the air is thinner up here. Make sure you drink lots of water.
Thanks, Gracie, I am. We're up at the top. Ooh, it's lots colder than down at the bottom.
Yes, it is, but isn't the view of the Matterhorn breathtaking? Definitely worth the trip. Now that we're back down in Zermatt, how about we take a break and enjoy something to eat?
Great idea, Gracie. There are so many yummy foods from Switzerland. What do I want? Fondue is really fun to eat. It's Swiss cheese melted in a little pot. You take a skewer or a little stick and put food on it like bread or cooked potatoes and then dip it in the cheese. Yum! Or maybe chocolate. Swiss chocolate is super creamy because it's made with more milk than other kinds of chocolate. And we can always have more cheese. There are over 450 different kinds of cheese here in Switzerland. I know. Let's try them all.
Why not? They do all sound delicious.
Gracie, now that I am full, I think it's time to go. How about chocolate jokes? I've got one. What was the French cat's favorite chocolate dessert?
I think you have stumped me. What is it?
Oh, Gracie, it's chocolate mousse. Your turn. I'll bet you can't stump me.
Well, maybe not, but I'm going to try. What kind of fruit loves chocolate?
I know this one. A coconut.
That's right. I couldn't stump you today.
But it was still a great riddle. Now, my favorite place was seeing the bears in Bern. How about you?
My favorite place was our wonderful view of the Matterhorn. How about you, friends? What was your favorite place? Don't forget to tell someone you love.
That's right, and come back next week for Italy. Bye now. Say goodbye, Gracie.
Goodbye, my dear friends. See you next time.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining Jasmine and Gracie on their adventure today. Come back next week for the next one.
Hello, everybody. It's Gwen here. If you want to know more about the places we visited, just go to our website, jasmineandgracie.podbean.com, and go to the sources page, and you can find out all about the great places that we visited. See you next week. Bye-bye.